What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode on EI Entertainment Studios, back at it with another debate video. Today's debate video, we're going to be talking about Shin Biollante versus Lava Godzilla. Now, before we do actually begin with this debate video, if this is your first time ever watching a debate video on this channel, what I like to do is I like to open a door that's never been opened before. Let me explain. Lava Godzilla in this instance and Shin Biollante don't necessarily exist in real Godzilla movies. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to open a door and see what their backstories would be, abilities, characteristics, their territorial levels would be, what would their height be, and most importantly, how would they fight, specifically against each other or even other monsters. For this case, Shin Biollante has actually fought Godzilla. I will leave a link to that video in the description below. Lava Godzilla hasn't. I haven't made a debate video on that. If you guys are interested, let me know in the comment section below, and that'll happen very soon. So that's pretty much the basic idea of what we do. And at the end of this video, we're going to go into a death battle of Lava Godzilla against Shin Biollante and see who would be the king when it comes between these two, or queen if Biollante does indeed win. So here's the plan. Since Lava Godzilla is the new culprit and the new kaiju here, the new challenger, we're gonna go over him first and then Shin Biollante. Once we're done with both of these kaijus, we'll put them up against a death battle, as I just said, and we'll see who the winner is. And I'll go more in depth with the death battle once we get there, so let's not waste any time and let's get deep into the backstory of Lava Godzilla. So this is the backstory that I was able to come up with. Lava Godzilla came into existence after an ancient Godzilla came to civilization and the military attacked it, triggering a massive war between humanity and Godzilla. The war went on for over 2 years until the military trapped Godzilla in an active volcano and electrocuted it so it would be stuck in the volcano, and soon enough the volcano erupted and took in Godzilla with it. That saying, Godzilla's body disintegrated from the combination of the lava and electrocution. However, the radiation from Godzilla's body and the electric blast from the military caused a chain reaction to form a even more powerful and deadlier Godzilla from the volcano, known as Lava Godzilla. Now, we're gonna go over the abilities really quickly. I'm gonna skim over them. We're gonna finish up Lava Godzilla. Before we move on to Shin Biollante, I will definitely do a deep analysis of the abilities, so don't worry. But right now, do a quick skim so we know all of what they all are. So, abilities for Lava Godzilla goes as follows. Electric Atomic Blast. Lava Dorsal Plate Blast. Lava Tail Whip. Thunder Control. Chest Thunder Blast. Alright. Territorial level is indeed maximum. Aggression level is maximum. Biome is Earth, and height is 137 meters tall, or we can say approximately 137 meters tall. Okay, fair enough. Now let's go back to the abilities of Lava Godzilla. Let's see what the heck these even are. So, taking into consideration, the backstory of him being a lava/electric formed Godzilla, let's see what these cause the abilities to be. So first we have the Electric Atomic Blast. So this Godzilla, just like any other Godzilla coming from the DNA of a Godzilla, he has an atomic breath, but the difference is it's not exactly the same as an atomic breath or atomic blast, but it's more of an electrocuted radiation blast, which will cause, I believe, more harm than a regular atomic blast because it has the same force of an atomic blast. However, it has an extra spice to it, which electrocutes the opponent or whatever it's shooting at, which is going to cause some stun that is good for a defensive and offensive ability. After that, we have the Lava Dorsal Plate Blast. This is really interesting. So between the dorsal plates, this Godzilla can actually shoot out big chunks of, like big ball chunks of lava throughout the dorsal plates, and that's gonna cause a lot of damage. I mean, lava is very, very, very hot. Now, some abilities will be able to withstand that heat, but some won't. You know, it's a 50-50. So the opponents that won't withstand it, well, sorry, it's gonna suck for you. But the opponents that can, it's not too much of a big deal. But obviously, when it comes to humanity, it's absolutely going to destroy the military. We'll see how these abilities will rank up against Shin Biollante when we get there. Now, continuing on with that, we have the Lava Tail Whip. Now, this one is a bit more interesting. So, this Godzilla has a very, very thick layer of skin, meaning with that comes strong, thick muscles. And that's going to cause him to really whip at his opponents and cause a lot of damage, breaking a lot of bones, pretty much what that means. But the catch is, when this Godzilla does that very, very strong tail whip, he does indeed have spikes at the end, and within those spikes, strong forms of lava come out, and they will burn the opponent as soon as it hits the body. So it's literally a triple combo if you think of it. It's a very strong tail. When the tail whips, the sharp ends of the tail are gonna, penetrate the flesh of the opponent, and when they penetrate, the lava will spew inside, or we can say spew inside, the opponent's body. Uh-oh, that's gonna cause a lot of damage. Okay. With that being said, we have thunder control. So this Godzilla has the ability to cause thunderstorms wherever he is and aim them exactly where he wants them to strike. So he wants thunder strikes to strike his opponent, will happen because of this ability of his backstory. And then we have the chest thunder blast. So what does that mean? He needs the thunder control to happen. He can electrocute himself. Once he electrocutes himself, he can shoot that thunder in a more focused, more stronger form throughout his chest. Very good ability. It kind of reminds me of Kiryu, where he has that ability to the chest. But anyways, so it makes more sense. So, okay folks, this pretty much sums up Lava Godzilla. Let's move on into Shin Biollante. Let's talk about it. And I will give a disclaimer on Shin Biollante really quick, but we'll get there. So let's start off with the backstory of Shin Biollante. Shin Biollante came into existence when the coagulant that was sprayed into Shin Godzilla's mouth right before he froze, one of the small humanoids was able to fall off the tail before all of them froze. From a long fall, the humanoid was bleeding and looked for a place to rest, and happened to come across a field of roses, and thought that they could be food. The humanoid started eating all of the roses, and his DNA mixed with all of the roses he had devoured, including the blood he spilled on the ones he didn't eat. The roses came alive and decapitated the humanoid, very gruesome, and formed what we know as today Shin Biollante. Now, the height of Shin Biollante is absolutely massive, standing at approximately 252 meters tall. Now here's where the disclaimer comes. Now, some abilities may be altered to have a bit of a different function. Maybe, not necessarily, but they might, from previous Shin Biollante videos, just so they could fit the opponents. Just wanted to make that clear. Now, continuing on. Now I'm going to skim over the abilities. We have the spiked atomic laser. We have 10,000 tentacles. We have the tentacle poison laser, the regeneration, instant adaptation, false heart trap. Territorial level is high, aggression level is low, and biome is unlimited. Alright, let's go back and do a deep analysis of the abilities. So we have the spiked atomic laser. So Shin Biollante, having DNA of Shin, is able to do all this crazy stuff. So her body is massive, gigantic, right? And so she can actually shoot atomic lasers all throughout her body. And the catch is this. It's not only atomic lasers, but it has big rose spikes hidden in them. And that's where the big damage comes in. Alright, so after this, we have the 10,000 tentacles. So this specific creature has 10,000 tentacles. And, you know, they have their own teeth, they can shoot, they can cause damage. And if that doesn't add more fire to the fuel, not only does she have 10,000 tentacles, her tentacles have an ability of their own besides biting. And that is the tentacle poison laser. The tentacle poison laser is a poison that is in the form of a laser that the tentacles shoot, and then what it does is it actually slows down the abilities of the other opponent and their just overall movement of the opponent for about 5 minutes. So he's stuck in slow motion. That's going to cause a lot of damage. Now, when I do say 5 minutes, it does depend on the opponent. Some opponents can withstand it less, withstand it more. Some opponents, it stays for less, stays even more than 5 minutes. So we'll do that against Lava Godzilla, and we'll see how long it could stand. Now, going on with that, we have the regeneration, meaning she can regenerate really, really quickly, having Shin DNA in there. Instant adaptation, she can evolve / adapt into situations. Like, for example, Shin Godzilla had different forms because he would evolve and adapt to the situation. This creature can evolve and adapt to the situation, change the body, grow wings if she wants to. She can't because she has the adaptation, and evolutionary ability in there. Now, next we have the false heart trap. This is interesting. This is basically a mirror blast. So let me actually explain this before I explain that. The false heart trap. We all know Biollante has her heart in the middle of her stomach. It's that white bulb of light, or red light, right? Well, this one's a bit different. Her brain and heart are at the same exact place in the head. This is a false heart where opponents will think that's the actual heart. So what's gonna happen is this. The opponent uses, let's say, an atomic breath at the false heart, and the false heart trap will take it in, it will mirror it back. So the atomic breath will literally reflect back to the opponent. It's an incredible ability. Alright, folks. This sums up both of the creatures. Let's go into the final battle. So this is what the final battle is close range and far range. The reason why I do this is close range is all out, pure battle. The far range is a testable ability where it tests the opponents where they're a bit more limited. We're trying to see if they lack some abilities, can they still fight? And you'll see what I mean by that once we get into it. So we're going to get into far distance first. So these opponents cannot get closer than 700 meters apart. They cannot do that. That's the catch. So let's see what abilities that Lava Godzilla can and cannot use when it comes to far distance. Or at least, let's say 700 meters apart. Electric Atomic Blast. Sure, to go far distances will work. Lava Dorsal Plate Blast will work. Lava Tail Whip will not work. Thunder Control will work. Chest Thunder Blast will work. So all of the abilities will work except the Lava Tail Whip. Okay. Now, let's see what Shin Biollante can and cannot use. Spiked Atomic Laser, yes. 10,000 Tentacles, defensive ability only. Tentacle Poison Laser, no, will not go that far. Regeneration, sure, defensive. Instant Adaptation, sure, defensive. False Heart Trap will actually not work from that far of a distance. The only thing that will work is Spiked Atomic Laser when it comes to offensive. So, beginning this battle, to give some respect to Shin Biollante being the more older kaiju, she's going to be the one defending right now, and let's say that Lava Godzilla will be the one to initiate the battle. And I think the first thing that he will use against Shin Biollante is the Electric Atomic Blast. And that's actually gonna cause a lot of damage. It might not cause a lot of damage to, let's say, another opponent called Godzilla, another Godzilla for instance, but he will cause a lot of damage to Shin Biollante, because we know plant life does not do good with electricity. It never has and never will. And when he uses this ability, it's gonna fry up at least 30% of the tentacles that Shin Biollante has. That's a lot. And with that, I think Shin Biollante, I will definitely agree that she will attack back. But remember, we're far distance, and the only thing that she can use is going to be the spiked atomic laser. And that's, it's the atomic laser with spikes in it, it's a lot. What's going to happen? It's going to cause a lot of damage to Lava Godzilla. Now, we do have to understand that far distance, the more far distance you are, the less powerful the ability becomes. But it still is going to cause a heck of a lot of damage. But thankfully to Lava Godzilla, being from the lava DNA formed, his skin is extra thicker than any other Godzilla that Shin Biollante has ever fought against. This is not going to do too much damage, and as a response, he can easily use Thunder Control and then electrocute himself as a chest Thunder Blast and absolutely fry Shin Biollante to pieces. Now, before that does happen, yes, one may argue that Shin Biollante can adapt and evolve, and she can. She can adapt to a way where these abilities can not affect her in a negative way. But that does come with some limitations, as she is not the original product of Shin DNA. There are some limitations. And after 3 to 4 revolves of evolution and adaptation, her body will give up. But who is to say that she hasn't gotten to a level where these abilities are not affecting her in a negative way? That will cause, the only thing left is the spiked atomic laser. And if none of the abilities from Lava Godzilla, because of the adaptation and evolution that has caused through the DNA, doesn't affect, Shin Biollante will actually win from the spiked atomic laser, making her 1-0 for far distance. Now let's get to close distance, which is a whole different ballgame. Close distance is a big difference, actually. Lava Godzilla is 137 meters tall, where Shin Biollante is an insane amount, 252 meters tall. But remember, folks, Matthew Broderick's Godzilla, size does matter, proved that size does actually not matter. No hate to the movie. I love Godzilla 1998, but that movie proved that size does not matter. Sorry, folks. And definitely it's going to cause a lot of difficulty for Lava Godzilla. Definitely. Now, from a very close distance, Lava Godzilla has the ability of multitasking, where Shin Biollante may not be able to do that. And Shin Biollante, using her spiked atomic laser and 10,000 tentacles and tentacle poison laser, she will definitely shoot at Lava Godzilla. It's only gonna cost 35 seconds of slowness for the tentacle poison laser because of how thick the skin is. I said it's gonna be different for every opponent. Now, from close distance, I don't think Shin Biollante is gonna have enough time to evolve and adapt. So the electric atomic blast combined with lava dorsal plate blast is completely going to fry off all of her tentacles. And then using that thunder control and chest thunder blast will completely kill off Shin Biollante. I think she's just gonna cut through the middle and open up because of the vast amount of electrocution going through the thunder blast. And I see Lava Godzilla winning on a close distance basis, leaving us at a 1-1 tie. We'll go to overtime. Just pure abilities. Now let's see. Abilities for Lava Godzilla is Electric Atomic Blast, Lava Dorsal Plate Blast, Lava Tail Whip, Thunder Control, and Chest Thunder Blast. Shin Biollante's abilities are Spiked Atomic Laser, 10,000 Tentacles, Tentacle Poison Laser, Regeneration, Instant Adaptation, and False Heart Trap. When it comes to both of these kaijus, I think that Shin Biollante will have the upper hand because of the extra abilities, so it's going to be 2-1 due to overtime. Obviously, you can disagree with me in the comment section below, it's just my opinion, and if you guys want to request other debate videos, please do. And then I said in the beginning of the video, if you want to see Lava Godzilla against any other specific Godzilla, let me know in the comment section below. Without further ado, thank you so much for watching, and as always, have a wonderful day.